Good morning, students. I am Bharat Kumar and I welcome all the students of class 10th in this video. Students, in my last video I had started the topic electricity and I told you that I will complete your science syllabus. So those who are the aspirants of class 10th examination 2021, they should watch my videos regularly, and for that you need to subscribe my channel, that is Bharat Classes, like my videos, and anything you want to ask you can ask those questions or suggestions in your comment section. So without wasting even a second, let's start our today's class. In my last video we had studied about the formula and relationship between charge and current, and we studied that I equals to Q by T. Now, so we have to solve today one numerical first that I had given you in the form of homework, and the question was calculate the number of electrons constituting 1 coulomb of charge. So we know that charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Electron is a negatively charged particle. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb charge contains 1 electrons, you can say, because charge of an electron is this. That means this charge contains 1 electron. So 1 coulomb of charge will contain 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 electron. That will be your answer. Understood? Now there is a part of solving this. So to taking into consideration all type of students who are little bit weaker in mathematics or so, I am trying to derive this question step by step. Okay, see how we can solve this. So it was 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So this decimal can be omitted, so 1 0 will be over here, so it will become 10 by 16 into 10 to the power minus 19. Now it can be written as 10 to the power 1 is already there, minus 10 to the minus 90. How? Because we know that a to the power m divided by a to the power n equals to a to the power m minus n, that you might have studied in class 9 or 8. So it will be like this. Now it will become 10 to the power 20 divided by 16. It can be written as 100 into 10 to the power 18. Two zeros I am taking over here for our convenience in calculation. It will become 25 by 4 into 10 to the power 18. Now if you will solve, it will come 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. That means 1 coulomb of charge contains this much of electron. I hope I am clear. So you know that already, when the electrons move along a conductor, it constitutes electric current. Understood? So today we will study a new topic, that is electric potential. Try to understand. The electric potential at a point in an electric field is defined as the work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Understood? It is denoted by capital V and its SI unit is volt. Once again I am reading, then I will explain. Listen carefully. What is the definition? The electric potential at a point in an electric field is defined as the work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point, and it is denoted by V and its SI unit is volt. First of all, the term is electric field. What is electric field? So electric field is an area where electricity can be experienced. Suppose this is the electric field as I have made in the diagram. So work done in carrying unit positive charge. Suppose this is unit positive charge and charge is Q plus Q. So suppose this charge we need to bring over here, means in any point, suppose point A in the given electric field, then we need to do some work. So that work will be equal to the electric potential, or that work will be said as electric potential. Understood what I said? There is a work done required to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point or any point in an electric field. So that work done required is termed as electric potential, or that work done is called electric potential. Understood? I hope I am clear. Now it is denoted by capital V and its SI unit is volt. Now, so a potential of 1 volt of a point means that 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Because potential is actually what? Work done required to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point in an electric field. So potential difference of the potential of 1 volt will be there at a point, means 1 joule of work is done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Electric field, as I told, a region throughout where electricity can be experienced. I hope electric potential is clear to you. If not, then you can watch my video 2-3 times. Next one is potential difference. The difference in electric potential between 2 points is known as potential difference. In simple language, the difference in electric potential between 2 points is known as electric potential difference. Because suppose this is the electric field, then there are many various points. So there will be the difference of electric potential in the given point, suppose A and B. So that difference in electric potential is called electric potential difference. What is electric potential? Again I am saying, work done in carrying a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point in an electric field. So that is called electric potential. And in an electric field, numerous points are there. So electric potential between the two given points, suppose here A and B, will be different, suppose, or for sure it will be different. So that difference in electric potential between 2 points in a given electric field is called potential difference. I hope it is clear to you. Now see once again, the potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit is defined as the amount of work done in moving a unit charge from one point to other point. Understood? Or more precisely, what you can say, the amount of work done in moving a unit charge from one point to the other point. Suppose you need to move this charge Q from point A to B, then there will be a different amount of work will be required. There will be amount of work is required. So that amount of work that is required to move a unit positive charge from point A to B is called potential difference. Understood what I am saying? Suppose you need to bring this charge, that is positive charge, that is plus Q, from point A to B, then you need to do some work. So that work done is called potential difference. So potential difference is equals to work done by quantity of charge moved. If W work has to be done to move Q charge from one point to other point, then there is potential difference V is present between the 2 points. Understood? Suppose what we are taking, suppose W work has to be done. Work has to be done, so that work is suppose W. And to move a charge, suppose that charge is Q. Okay, from one point to other point. So then there is potential difference V is present between the 2 points. So here V will be W by Q. So potential difference can be denoted as V, work done is W, and quantity of charge moved is Q. So there is a very important formula. This formula will be useful in solving so many numericals in future as well. So V equals to W by Q. Understood? Now next one is potential difference is denoted by V and its SI unit is volt. Now the potential difference between PD stands for potential difference. The potential difference between 2 points is said to be 1 volt of if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of electric charge from one point to the other. I hope it is clear, because potential difference means what? Potential difference means work done required to move a charge from one point to other point. That is called potential difference. Suppose potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt. So when we will call the potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt, so we can call the potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt when or if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to the other. So 1 volt can be defined as 1 joule by 1 coulomb. So that can be written like this. This question is very important as it was asked in 2019 board examination. Question was define 1 volt. Understood? So 1 volt of potential difference is present between the 2 points when 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to other. Now the potential difference is measured by an instrument that is called voltmeter. What it is called? Voltmeter. And current is measured by an instrument that is called ammeter. That is called ammeter. I will tell you. Now voltmeter is always connected in parallel across the 2 points when the potential difference is to be measured. So always we need to connect voltmeter in parallel across the 2 points where the potential difference is to be measured. What is parallel and how it can be connected, I will tell you in coming classes, so don't worry. Here you should learn only that voltmeter is always connected in parallel across the 2 points where the potential difference is to be measured. A voltmeter has a high resistance so that it takes a negligible current from the circuit. Okay, these things I will tell you. Resistance means hindrance. More the resistance, less will be the current. Understood? It will be more clear, so don't worry about that. Just here you try to understand that a voltmeter has a high resistance. Why it has a high resistance? So that it takes a negligible current, okay, from the circuit. Now the common name of potential difference is voltage that we use in our daily life. We so many times we heard that voltage, okay, so that voltage means potential difference. Okay, in our home what is the common voltage? That is 220 volt. Understood? Potential difference can be maintained by battery. How it can be maintained? By battery or combination of cells. Okay, battery means combination of cells. Okay, cell is something which is having chemical energy and that energy can be converted into electrical energy, so that is cell. But when we combine 2 or more than 2 cells together, then a battery is formed. So there is a difference between battery and cell. I hope you understood. So what is cell? Cell is something which is having the chemical energy that can be converted into electrical energy, and when the cells are combined together they form battery. So battery is actually the combination of cells. Because of this potential difference between the 2 points, charges comes in motion in the conductor and produces an electric current. Understood? So because of the why the current is produced? Because of the potential difference. Because of the potential difference between the 2 points, charges comes in motion in the conductor and produces an electric current. In order to maintain the current in a given electric circuit, the cell has to expand its stored chemical energy. As I told, that cell contains chemical energy. Okay, and cell maintains or battery maintains the potential difference, and it is the potential difference only that is the reason for the movement of charges. And when the charges will move, definitely current will produce. So current will produce when the charge will move. And how the charge will move? Because of the potential difference. Understood? Now we know that electric current is measured in ampere. I told you. So if we define unit of current, that is ampere, then we can say that 1 coulomb of charge flows through a cross section area of a conductor for 1 second, then 1 ampere of current is flow through the conductor. So 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb by 1 second. Yesterday I told you in my previous video that I equals to Q by T. So from this relation you can define also. So 1 ampere will be 1 coulomb by 1 second. Understood? So the main important topic was how the charges comes in motion. The charges comes in motion because of the potential difference. And how the potential difference is maintained? It is maintained by the cell or battery. Understood? Suppose for a regular and easy flow of water, what is required? The pressure should be different at the 2 given points. Then the water can easily flow. So there is a difference in pressure. So for here, for the movement of charges, there is a difference in potential is required. Understood? And potential, you know, potential is actually the work done in carrying a unit positive charge from infinity to the given point. So everything is related, students. You need to study the things carefully and try to understand what I am saying. Understood? Now, electric current is measured by an instrument called ammeter, as I told, and potential was measured in voltmeter. And electric current is measured in ammeter. It is always connected in series. Ammeter is connected in series, but the voltmeter is connected in parallel, I told you, and with the circuit in which the current is to be measured. Understood? So electric current is measured by an instrument called ammeter, and ammeter is always connected in series, while voltage or potential difference is measured by voltmeter, and voltmeter is always connected in parallel. These things are very, very important. Whatever I am saying, try to learn line by line and try to understand also. I am sure and I can guarantee you, if you follow my words, if you follow my study, then you will get more than 95% in science. That's for sure. I told this in my last video also. Again, I am repeating. Whatever tuition or whatever things you are doing, do it, no problem. In my video, you need to spend only 20 to 25 minutes. Give 20 to 25 minutes to my video regularly, because now I am posting my video in a regular basis. Give support to my video, like my video, subscribe my channel, and I can guarantee you that you will score more than 95. Understood? Now, and last, before concluding this, an emitter should have a very low resistance so that it may not change the value of current flowing in the circuit. Voltmeter should have a high resistance. Why? So that it should not take any current from the circuit. While ammeter should have very low resistance. That is very opposite. Why it should have very low resistance? So that it may not change the value of current. Because the less will be the resistance, high will be the current. Understood? So the ammeter is measuring current. So it should have a very low resistance so that it may not change the value of current flowing in the circuit. Understood? So these things you try to visualize. Physics is nothing but to visualize the things. Try to imagine what I am saying. Then you will be able to understand. If you could not understand today's topic, then kindly revise this video. Watch this video 2-3 times. You will be able to understand. So this is it for today's video, student. We will meet in next video with a new topic. Till then, thank you.